TRW adventure continues here. Back with a little round top. So I was really wavering with this game. I was wavering. But a few things conspired to convince me to keep going, give it another go. I'm going to restart. Yeah, I'm going to restart, but that's more because I'm going to use some new information markers. The most important, I guess, reason that jump-started and restarted my interest here is, oh, I got this game. I did get Devil's Den. So I got Devil's Den. I looked for it, found it pretty quickly, and got it in my hands very quickly. Much quicker than I thought I would. So I am the satisfied owner of Devil's Den here. Unpunched, yeah, completely unpunched condition inside the box. The box is pretty scuffed up, but yeah, inside, very, very good condition, unpunched. So I have already started prepping the counters. And so I've already started prepping the counters, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the information counters. So instead of the little round top counters, these ones, so instead of the little round top volley fire, I'm going to use the Devil's Den volley fire. You know, instead of the little round top in column marker, I'm going to use the Devil's Den column marker. So I guess it's that way. Yeah, it's that way. Yep. So I'm going to use the Devil Den markers, and I'm also going to use the Devil Den current strength markers instead of the roster, like in little round top. Okay. Primary reason, of course, is that I still like from the start, I see little round top as my gateway to Devil's Den. By the way, you know, what do you call it? First impressions or early impressions, you know, are not especially reliable. But and this video is not about Devil's Den, but man, my initial look over Devil's Den, this looks like an incredible game. This looks like an incredible game. Yeah, really looking forward to that. Ow, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I just showed Devil's Den for two reasons. One is that really helped motivate me to restart Little Round Top here. I'm still going to use Little Round Top to play here as my intro to Devil's Den. And second, of course, I'm going to be you'll see me using the Devil's Den information markers. I want to say the rules. Yeah, you know, I was rereading the Little Round Top rules today, or earlier today. You know, I'm no expert in assessing rules whatsoever, but I'm pretty sure I found some pretty weak points in the rules. It's completely, you know, forgivable because of the gameplay it delivers, but those rules are pretty squishy in parts. Yeah, so I think Devil's Den is really, I think, and I certainly hope that Devil's Den is going to take care of. It is not going to have the squishy rules problem. Okay, so I'm going to restart Little Round Top again. This is my practice really for Devil's Den. I completely understand. I see very well that these are not the same game. Same designers, some similar ideas, but they are different games, and so I'm ready to take on Devil's Den as on its own when I get there. But I also still think that I think Little Round Top here is going to still be a good entree to Devil's Den. Go ahead and talk about this fire combat. Union fire combat. 2 20th main companies stacked here. Paid 5 command points per the unit, so this is 10 for the stack to conduct volley fire. So then they fire down the hill at the 2 Confederate companies, 4th Alabama companies, behind this rock hex side, this rock wall, rock hex side. So it's 4 plus 4 is 8, but it's a limit of. This is not the clearest writing, right? Volley fire permits 2 companies in a hex to both fire up to a maximum of 5 strength points per hex. I guess that's the originating hex. Okay, so it's not 8, it's 5. It's at 3 hexes, 1, 2, 3, which means that I have the firepower according to the range chart. But that, I mean, wait, is it 8? Is it 8 that's halved to 4, which is then below the limit of 5, or is it 8? Or is it 8 limited to 5, and 5 is I think it's that, but then 2.5. What do I do with 2.5 on the combat results table? I guess I'm going to go down to 2, to the 2 column. So the defending unit is behind a rock hex side, so that's 1 to the left. So we're way down on the 1 column. The firing companies are performing volley fire, so that's 1 to the right, and then all firing Union companies are performing their initial volley, so it's right 1 again. So I guess we wind up on the 3 column. Yeah, the 4, that's not good. No effect. It's too bad. So later on, this is the Confederate player turn. I just want to mention something that I believe is soft or weak. At least for now. Maybe it'll firm up for me later. Okay. Here we have Lieutenant Colonel Scruggs, 4th Alabama. These are all of his units. He has a 20 command point limit. Okay. This unit, which by the way, this unit took a loss from volley fire here earlier. Took a loss, failed a morale check, retreated, became disorganized, but then self-rallied in the previous command phase. So from here, he moved back up here. These guys moved from here over like that, so they're echeloning right. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, so when Lieutenant Scruggs started out, he's here. He has 2 companies with him. There's 2 companies here. Okay, these all, remember these guys, Scruggs and 4 companies were here adjacent to each other. So I didn't, but I could have, I believe, declared a command bonus. The command bonus would have given him 6 extra points to 26. If he has 26 points, can he spend those part of that 26 points on this unit, which was over here? That was not part of the condition that gave him the +6. You would think that the bonus would have to be used with the companies that gave the bonus, but I don't see that in the rules. I haven't found that in the rules yet. I don't know what's intended. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that the bonus points are used on units that didn't make up part of the qualification for the command bonus. So, anyways, there. I didn't take the command bonus. This is right here. They're at it. The reason why this comes up is that right now Scruggs is at exactly 20 points, which is his limit. I actually want to move these guys one more hex forward, which would be another 6 command points, right? 2 companies moving forward, same level in line. That would be the bonus, and that would be fine because that would be paid for on companies that were adjacent to him and part of the 4 that allowed for the bonus in the first place. But I didn't call the bonus earlier, so I'm not going to take it. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. But anyway, that's what made me think, well, could any part of that bonus be spent on E company that was over here and not part of the condition that gave Scruggs the bonus? Yeah, more practice. So some practice is working here. Okay, so this is the Confederate player turn of game turn 3. I do now think that okay, so I talked about this before in an earlier video, but under the command phase step 3, each of the phasing, it says Union, but then it would be Confederate. So any phasing officer announces any orders qualifying for a command bonus. I don't think that before I thought, I mean, a legitimate interpretation here is that the player simply mentally notes what orders each commander can execute with a command bonus. So I now don't think that that's it. I think it's specifically. Well, actually, let's do the example here. Yeah, okay, let's do the example. So I think what it is I'm going to go Bolger here. Bolger, 47th Alabama, is going to use a command bonus. Oh, and then it's the orders. So it's not just that he's going to use a command bonus. He's going to move. Yep, he's going to move. So I wonder, as a matter of fact, if I can't use. I guess I could almost use this CP bonus from Devil's Den, which obviously, is used under different rules, but I wonder if I can't use that as kind of my own reminder. CP bonus. I think I can do that, as a matter of fact. And then I go, well, yeah, so you can use it for volley fire too. So, oh, that's funny. Okay, well, let's I'm still gonna, well, wait a minute. Okay, Scruggs is gonna use CP bonus for a volley fire. And then the third one is Colonel Oates coming on, Colonel Oates coming on the board, reinforcement with the 15th Alabama. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but clearly Colonel Oates is going to use command bonus to get on the board here. Okay. Okay, so now officers expend command bonus to change formations. We're not doing that yet. Fix or move bayonets and or rally units. No, there were no rallies to do. Okay. So now I'm going to go pick up again with the movement, which includes bringing on the 15th Alabama. Okay. Alright, Confederate movement phase. Colonel Oates brought on the 15th Alabama here, all in column. I'm pretty sure, or I'm more confident than I've been so far that whoops, I forgot the flag. I'm more confident than before that I got the expenditures correctly, the command point expenditures. At this point, I would, well, I'm not going to go past the opportunity to point out that a Colonel Oates was my very first brigade commander. Commanded the Bastogne Brigade, 101st Airborne Division. Yeah. Alright, that is... Oh no, that's just the start of Confederate movement. So this is Scruggs, front lines here. Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel Scruggs. They've been really lucky in their approach to the 20th Maine's left flank here. For the Union defensive fire, Charlie Company, 20th Maine there rolled a 6 against this stack with nothing, and Hotel or H Company here, 20th Maine, rolled a 5 on this stack, which is also nothing. So Scruggs' front line has been really lucky. So I'm going to talk about this, well, talk through some volley fire here. So we paid 5 per unit to do volley fire here. C and D companies, 4th Alabama, combined strength of 6, but a maximum of 5 can fire with volley fire there. So let's see. Range is 2 hexes, so it's just times 1, so it's just 5. That's on the 4 to 5 column. Okay. Then we are firing up 1 level. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're not. I keep forgetting that the contour line actually goes here. All right, so it's not up 1 level, but they are behind the stone wall there. Yeah, stone wall. So that's left one column. Oh, and then volley fire is +1 or 1 right. So I guess that counteracts the stone wall. Yeah, I think that's it. It's on the 4 to 5 column. You want to roll low. There we go. Confederates are very lucky. They got a 1. They got a 1, which causes a 1. So the C Company there loses a strength point there. And now they have to check morale. That's funny. What do you do with the stack? Huh. But the casualty is C Company. C Company 20th Maine is an A-class morale unit, but he's taken a hit, so he goes down to B. This is volley fire, so he goes down to C class. Or morale rating is the correct. I should say morale rating. Yeah, so he's rolling the morale check on the C column. 3 is nothing. 5 would be disorganized, 3 would be retreat. Whoops, there. But now, I guess nothing else happens to the unit underneath. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. Oops. Alright. So Union take their first loss. That was volley fire. Now we have all of volley fire next to it. They cannot fire again into here because each unit can only be fired on once. Yeah, during this phase. So they're going to fire at this one up here. This is up one level. All right, so let's start. Volley fire. Lieutenant Colonel Scruggs. He's not going to have any influence on the fire combat. 3 plus 3 is 6, but max is 5 for volley fire out of this hex. 2 hexes away is times 1, so it's still 5. Up 1 level is left 1. Behind the stone wall there. Yeah. Behind the stone wall is left another one, but right 1 for volley fire. So they wind up on the 3 column. Oh, they roll a 6. That's too bad. No effect. Alright, so that's a couple of volley fires. Oops. At least something feels a bit more, I don't know, a bit more comfortable about the procedure now. I wonder what Devil's Den does for the limit that can fire either out of a hex or across a hex side or what have you. Linear combat, or the era of linear combat, I completely understand that. But the 5 out of a hex for volley fire still seems odd. Yeah. Alright. That is fire combat phase. There is no melee yet. So we go to, that ends game turn 3. Game turn 4, we have the Union reinforcements from the 83rd Pennsylvania.